With Iwata's passing, not many people know about the programming geniuses that he produced over the years and the impact that he had on many other games. As you know, he was known for Kirby and of course Metal Knight, part of the series that he started up over 2 decades ago. Of course, he was also known for many other things, including the creation of Balloon Fight, which is a fantastic game on the NES. Of course, one of his legendary tales was him debugging Smash Bros. Melee on the GameCube in just 2 weeks. The game was close to release time and they needed to get the game out. And he did it in that amount of time, which was simply amazing. Of course, that game had characters such as Star Fox and Link and Shrek, who's known for the later part of the series, and quite a few many characters, and even Punch-Out he had involvement with in one of the games too. So you can see that his involvement is starting to grow. One of his other legendary tales was fitting Kanto, the region, into Pokemon Gold and Silver with just about 2 mega memory, even less than that. The storyline goes along as they wanted to put the 2 regions on, but they didn't have enough memory for it, enough storage on the cartridge. Iwata changed that by rebuilding the code from scratch and fixing up the entire game. He was able to compress everything and put the 2 regions in there, which was an amazing achievement. And of course, those games had Pikachu and Charizard and 250 Pokemon at that time during that period. One of his other coding achievements was Earthbound. He looked at the game when it was being made and said it would either take 2 years to make a completely new game or 6 months to fix it up. When he did get his hands on the game, he fixed up all the bugs and issues, apparently, in 1 month. So that was another character he had to do in the world of Nintendo NES. Another achievement that he did was creating the Pokemon Stadium battle engine with pretty much no instructions or no knowledge of the past of Pokemon, really. What he was unable to do was look at the source coding of Pokemon Red and Blue and try to transfer the sort of coding and the way that it worked onto Pokemon Stadium. And that was another huge success for him. And of course, it featured Pokemon that you could do like Jigglypuff. It was pretty cool. Moving along, he worked to program and create the Smash Bros. Series, which was huge. And back in the days of HAL Laboratories, which was another big achievement if you think about it. First, it was going to be a game about just fighters and that. But they decided to add Nintendo characters into it, and he was the guy that did all the programming. So that was another programming job that he did back in the day. And as you know, Smash Brothers has turned out to be a massively popular series. Of course, King DD, we should have added him in earlier, as he is definitely part of the Kirby series and a character in Smash Brothers. But his range did not stop there. As you know, the Smash Brothers series also incorporated other known characters, Sonic and Mega Man and Pac-Man over the years, which he's probably had some sort of influence of having those characters being moved along there during his time. He's also worked on Animal Crossing City Focus as executive producer, so that's another character that he's had something to do with. He also worked as one of the producers on Metroid Prime. So he's even had done work with Samus. Of course, here's another Pokemon here to just add to the numbers. He was also one of the executive producers. He was the executive producer of the Mario Galaxy, which of course had Mario and Rosalina. Of course, in the sequel, you had lovely Yoshi as well. He also was an executive producer on Donkey Kong Country Returns, which adds even more, with Diddy Kong and Donkey Kong, part of the series too. And it's likely that he also worked with the Wii Fit game too, and probably over a couple hundred games over his time. And as you can tell, he's pretty much worked with all the different characters of the franchise. And with Bowser as well, part of Mario Galaxy, and Peach, and Captain Falcon, and of course Toon Link, which is part of them. So you can tell that Iwata wasn't just the guy that made the Kirby series, and he wasn't the guy that made the balloon fight game. He has pretty much had an impact on all the different Nintendo franchises over the years. And that is what makes it important to understand his impact, not only just his programming and coding over the years, but he's had a hand in pretty much all the different franchises. Over his 12 years as the CEO and beforehand, and he didn't stop helping create games when he became a CEO too. But obviously, you've seen the amount of impact that he has. So if you're not a Kirby fan, well, that doesn't really matter, because you've probably produced something that you've liked from everyone else here. And that is what made Iwata very special in Nintendo's history. And hopefully people will come to learn about him as a game maker as well as a CEO. And that is an Amiibo story time.